Yes. Okay, so we are recording here. Welcome to the Be the Light meditation. I think it's more important than ever to apply these tools of consciousness and alignment. I consciously apply them on myself, and I think here we are in 2022. And in many ways, I had a talk with one of my real deep elders, even though she's my age. We're elders, okay, let's admit it. And we were saying that we're doing our deepest last work now to be free. Our deepest last boulders, what we see as boulders in our way of becoming that full light. And of course, we save the best to last, because it is like all the stuck rubber bands of everything together that is grown and layered throughout this lifetime and many other lifetimes to tell us you're not good enough, you're not lovable, you don't know how to empower yourself, and when you are empowered, it pisses people off. I mean, there are so many messages in this ball that we do a layer a week. How many layers do you think are there? If you've lived 3 decades, 4 decades, 5, 6 decades, if you've lived 400 lifetimes, how many layers are there? How many layers with little messages and frequencies of all the times that you have felt less than? However, when we ask ourselves that major question, are we there yet? There is an old friend I had, his name was Jeffrey, and Jeffrey occasionally would give me some real nuggets, and he said, Jan, full spiritual connection is just one thought away. It's one true thought away. And that is so true, because even though they have tried to build lockdown grids, they're trying to figure out ways to control and keep us, that they are the authority and we are not bosses of our own life. And believe me, this runs through the medical community, the political community, and very strongly in the spiritual and religious community. You never lost the right, even though Earth has been isolated and locked down with these mutant frequencies for hundreds of thousands of years. You never lost the universal right to say, I ask and intend to be connected with my God, source, energy, now. And that's it. That's the miracle. That is the miracle, that people can have complete turnarounds, complete physical healings, complete. Of course, it's hard to hold because those rubber bands start popping the minute you get out in the world. But when we do the Be the Light procedure, it's essentially that. I ask and intend to set a sacred space. I remove anything and everything else so that I can use my creative imagination to bring down this pure light, which is always there. So, what if you've heard that picture, that there's that little jar and has a lid on it, and the grasshopper, we're all primally, our primal nervous system guides everything, really. Only until we really learn to hijack it with our focused intentional consciousness, or can we give it the power to stop our mental forces, our primal things of, I do this because this is how life is, and this is how I keep safe, and I'm not good enough, I don't know how to do anything else. So you've heard about that jar with the grasshopper that jumps up and he always hits that top. Your top is right here. Your top is thinking, who am I to be one with Source? Who am I to be empowered and co-create with Source? So I brought a song today. Okay, I've got to do a little bit of tech stuff here. I brought a song and I said, Spirit, show me this song that will help me articulate what I'm doing today. And my very dear friend, Kimberly Bass, who many of you know, she was involved with our SOAR women's community, lived in Nevada City. And this is her song. And I said, oh, it just couldn't be any better. So let's start our work today by listening to Kimberly Bass's song. It's called Lift the Veil. Somebody once told me I'm taking life a little too well. Life can make you happy. Life can give you hell. Lift the veil from my eyes. Lift the veil from my eyes. Last night I saw you dream. I wanted to take away all your pain. Life will make you happy. Love can do the same. Lift the veil from my eyes. Lift the veil from my eyes. So let's breathe into that sentiment today as we begin our meditation. And I wanted to thank Johnny Proby last week for opening the meditation with the most heartfelt, authentic singing that just opened up that portal. Music, by the way, is the only thing that goes unchanged from heaven to earth, perfectly articulated. And it is one of our tools, the sound stream in music, to access heaven. Okay. So in our family, we always say, wherever we're going, whatever we're doing, my partner and I say, are we there yet? Did you know that Earth herself is already situated and healed and reconfigured grid-wise to hold the new fifth dimension frequency grid and field? Did you know that there are forces on Earth that are fighting and trying to keep everybody in fear and tension and agony, so they don't even know that? So they don't become one of the team pin holders for more humans to be able to hold that field and actually exist and move forward on Earth as benevolent souls. So today we're going to lift that veil, and you're going to see the energy is already here. It's just very few are talking about it and accessing it because they're still having the veil of fear. Will we make it? Will we fail? Have we tried to help Earth before? All of this is in our intracellular, subconscious, historical memory. And who am I? When a great spiritual teacher said, the meek shall inherit the earth, it's the ones who say, who am I to do this? Because in our infrastructure of our world, it's the power dominant predatory ones who get the realm and the label of power. But can you imagine, as we open to the inner realms of true power, nothing can harm us, and they can't even see us because their hearts can't allow that vibration to come in, because they have a veil to our light. They have a veil to our light. Now, if they hear on social media or see that someone is doing healing and all the natural things you can do and you co-create, they might put us on a list and watch us and see, but they can't figure it out. They have a different rule book. They have a different plan book. So there is nothing to fear this time around, because all the powers of heaven are at our disposal. So today, we're going to lift the veil and we're going to see perhaps the heavenly vibration is already here. The field of flowers is here, but you've had your nose plugged and you just can't smell it. You've had your eyes somewhat shut. Okay, so we're going to use sound to help us. I've got my handy dandy gongs here all set up. Take a deep breath. That's the laugh of the person who taught me sound healing right there. Take a deep breath through your nose and out through your mouth. We're humans waking up, God. We have to use humor because it's been such a sad situation for so long. And you and the team are trying to make it easy, and somehow we're making it hard. We're making this dissolving the veil seem impossible. But sometimes we feel expanded and happy and joyful with music, with your frequencies of tone and light. So today we're lifting that veil. We're tired. We're too tired to even talk about being tired. We've been stuck in these cocoons and waiting for so long. We ask and intend to set a sacred space. We place our entire energy field in a holon of balance. Only energies of the highest light may be in this space now. We call in our spirit guides, the beings of light who assist and support and see us. They see us for who we really are. We allow ourselves to be seen, ball of rubber bands and frustrations and all. And they're asking us, are you ready to trade your story in for something else? Are you ready to hand over your ball of rubber bands? And I see those of us that are ready is starting to fall out of our chest. It's been holding a space. It's a space holder in our heart. And it's rolling out of our chest, and it's rolling out onto a red carpet. And it actually is. It's a signature of our sadness, of our heroic attempts to bring light back, our disappointments. It is everything that has brought us to our knees today. And that's a common saying. It brought me to my knees, where we say, the power is not me. The power is the power of the holy grid that is held together by the source of truth and goodness and light, of the God Goddess of all that is. That is it simply a harmonic frequency profile of the highest voltage. This is what is available to us now. Take a deep breath through your nose and out through your mouth. And first, open your eyes. Even though your physical eyes are still closed, my eyelids are closed, I am opening my inner eyes and I am seeing the beauty of this grid flowering and forming new creations that are sustaining human life and endeavor and creativity in beautiful, new, creative, before unknown ways. Feel the joy and the movement of this, and that you are free. You are out of jail. You have simply allowed yourself to see it. What is being co-created by other beings like yourself is now firmly rooted. It is waiting for your participation for the fullness of your joy and light to be in these new environments with like-minded souls. Breathe in the rarefied air. Open your nose and smell. Smell the smell of heaven, the purified, aromatic, subtle lightness of heavenly creations. And just imagine it and keep breathing. And notice how you feel lighter and filled with this high vibration, whatever it is. And now imagine that you are drinking from a holy grail, a golden cup, and sipping the libation, the spiritual essence of healing light that is now going through your body, going into your lungs, and it is going now through your nourishment channels as you sip and swallow it, going into all of your organs. Any remaining little stagnant areas are now singing and forming flash mobs of joyful swarms of sparkling light in all parts of your body. Hooray! Your body is saying, this is wonderful. Yes, in answer to your question, are we there yet? We are there. We are holding this space of which we are one with, seamlessly moving and training, embodying, and letting this filter through us in joyful ways. You have tension in your shoulder? Let it go through with the fine-tooth comb and just tease it out. You are being repurposed. What an interesting word Spirit just gave me. You're being repurposed for higher work of a higher order in a higher place, yet staying in this physical body. You've turned the corner. You've gone in the big hotel. When you walk in that glass and it turns around and you come out a new door, the entryways, you've come out a new door. We ask and intend to allow these frequencies to filter in fully down to the deepest cellular atomic level. So it becomes a pervading reality and movement and structure within yourself. We firmly root this into the grid and we give a new biosignature, a new mental signature, and emotional signature, unique to each of us. We are holding our light situated within our heart powerfully as never before. So just let this move and sing and have its way with everything. Just no disallowing it. Allow it. Just let go. Let go. Because we've come to our knees, we know that our power was limited. And now we know our power together with this light for the good of all is unlimited. And that feels good too. In fact, finally, we have found that little teacher's chalkboard in our heart, and all the critics, the teachers, the authorities, everyone are all standing there in front of your learning school journey of your life. And they are all rolled into one person, and they are holding that chalk and they are writing, good enough. You're good enough. Good enough. Nobody needs to be perfect. Good enough. Some of you may feel right now as a school child, beginning, youthful, vulnerable, fresh. And you are. You're an entirely new university. Get it? You're in the school of the universe where there's different rules. Nobody's bad, nobody's stupid, nobody's less than. We all win. There's no grades. There's just smiles and heart winks and joy. We've left the past behind, and just like a paper doll, though it's really, you're not a paper doll, fifth dimension, everything's filled out, but you are, remember we played paper dolls, you are redressing yourself. You're giving yourself a new look. You're putting on clothing, hats, hairstyles, glasses that represent the beauteous, the outrageous, the wonderful you. It is now present here to walk and move and sing around this earth as a light, untouched by everything else that is happening. You've been given new marching orders. You're working for a new boss, working with a new team, with the boss. A benevolent boss that loves to see creativity and joy and light within you expressing itself. If you'd like to, I know you're all on mute, so you could stay muted, but let's hum together. Let's feel this new, beautiful infrastructure of light, strings of light connecting us all. We call in Divine Mother, to be with us as we march forward as the divine feminine, holding the light no matter what, helping others remove their veil as they witness us holding our light. The days of needing courage are over. It is this easy. We are present and accounted for and serving for the highest good of humanity in ways that we are guided to through our hearts. It's like an ancient song or riddle now solved. We have moved around the game board of life and we are finished. And we can walk a little lighter today. Our thoughts are imbued with light. Our voices flow light. And we are unafraid to just be the light that we truly are. Notice how your heart is beating with the heart of the universal grid in perfection, sustaining and holding you. Feel that joy. In my mind's eye, I saw a bunch of beautiful sugary gumdrops when I said that. I guess that's a child's idea of joy and fun. So we're going to slowly start coming back. I do fondly remember that game Candyland, where everything seemed joyful and pleasant and colorful and sweet. We could use some sweetness here. My father, Frank Jorgensen, would sit and tell his 8 children the story of Bezoozaland. We took a magic carpet out into the black sky with the stars, and we would land, and there it was. Marshmallow cream flowing, chocolate kisses on trees you could just pick, and oh, it was pretty amazing. So a part of me thinks, heaven, that there's, bird's nest cookies. They're like little shortbread cookies with nuts with chocolate in the middle, that they're like falling off trees because there's so many of them. That and figs. Okay, so we are finishing up this meditation. We ask and intend that you hold this whole on of balance now, not just during the meditation, but maybe for 3 days. Keep picturing it, because the world is pretty dense out there and gives a lot of calling cards. But no, we have filled this in that there's no way anything can penetrate this. Things will bounce off. Okay? 3 days, you're going to hold this in. We're asked that it keep working through you and be stabilized and integrated. Those are the words I'd like to use. And serve you for your joy and your work and fulfilling your mission, which is why you're here. It's why you're here on earth. It's why you're here to be the light today, because you are saying yes. You signed your name to do this. Today, we lifted the veil. This is Jan Jorgensen at Be the Light Meditations, and you can find me at soundandlighthealingarts.com on the internet. We do a meditation every single Wednesday morning at 9 Pacific time. It's free, so I hope you join us. Now I'm going to stop the recording and we're going to have a conversation. Okay, bye-bye.